Hey there guys, I'm Dankz564 and this continues for Let's Play of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, and I found two more daggers. One was here, right? I think somewhere here on one of the beds, and the other one was right over here somewhere. And I wasn't able to find the last one, but I just try to search in the internet, and apparently it will only appear after the quest of Spring Rain Dry. So let's talk to the Odin here and give him the doll. I found Ranhild's doll. Your family tried to make it to Pelura Temple, but Odin, for a while Odin is silent, but he stares down at his hand. But why? His voice is dull and lifeless. Why did they come here? They were so close, and we were hiding behind the walls the whole time, not even daring to breathe. Would it help them? Odin looks up, his face deadly calm. Well, that settles it. If had been here where I was supposed to be with my family, I would be lying in the grave now. I should not be alive. No one. You survived for a reason. You need to live. Your knowledge of the stars will help us close the wound. Your family will be avenged, and so will Sarkoris. But only if we stay alive. Only if we fight. Do not leave us. Odin, keep on fighting. You're right. If not for us, then who? If not us, then who? Who will show the monster they can't get away with attacking our families, our children? I will do everything in my power as a stargazer to help you. But first, I'll get a bottle of wine I've been hiding away for a special occasion, and call everyone together to mark the day of my remembrance. We've gazed at the stars for so long, afraid to look back at those we've left behind. We have started to forget why we are fighting. I've made a decision. On the day of remembrance, we'll drink and reminisce about all we've been through. We'll cry and we'll laugh. Because after everything, we're still alive, right? Yes, we're alive and we will fight. Thank you, Commander. Make sure you don't forget people you're fighting for. Okay, I think we're good. So it's time to return to Leandra. So let's go to Leandra and start the ritual. I've spoken to the inhabitants of the temple and fulfilled their requests. It's time to begin the ritual. Well then, let's go to the temple, and may the power of Pelura help us find that which we have lost. Such a wonderful light, may it be a beacon to guide us. I like this art here, like it's actual night sky with comets and meteors doing things here. Though they're doing it very, very often. Lena massages her temples as she emerges from the trance. It worked, but everything was so strange. I saw a place, and the road that leads to it. It's to the south of here, within the boundaries of the world, but it didn't see Targona. Something separated us from her. She's not on a different plane, and yet she's not full on this plane either. However, there is one thing I can say with certainty. The creator of the sword is not dead. Her heart still beats. So she's probably in that fortress, right, where the world wound was created. What was it called? I don't remember. Praise heaven! Thank you, righteous Eleandra, and you, champion. Is it possible that I could be reunited with my dear sister and companion? This day is joyful indeed. I'm afraid that this day is not as joyful as you may think, Angel. My scouts have just returned. There's an unknown detachment moving in this direction. They look like cultists, and they're coming straight towards us. Like they know where we are. I'm not sure what's going on, but we have to stop them. Could someone have discovered the secret of Pelura's fall? My heart is filled with worry and for the temple and its brave inhabitants. Champion must go and help Katair. Yes, please go with him. You and the Knight Commander of the Crusade, and Katair is our faithful ranger and protector. Surely together you can hold off the cultists. But the Herald of the Iomedes, the Lightbringer, should remain here. We cannot risk him being seen outside the temple. I'll go gather the soldiers and then follow the commander and Katair. It doesn't really matter whether it related to our arrival or not. Probably is. Could they have followed us here? I can't say for sure, but we should expect the worst. Alright, let's go. Let's do this. Elena has found the trail of the angel. No. Unit of strangers, maybe demons worshippers, is approaching the secret shrines. Catherine the commander must help. I guess we're going over there here, right? Is Katir like following us? Is that Katir? Yes. I need something lawful to get myself back into lawful good territory. Because I don't want to stray away from the paladin route.
Let's head out.
Because I don't know, I feel like that's what my character should be. It seems undead may what Serene have mercy on us. What? Like are these the really cultists? Damn it! I don't want to watch the undead kill innocent people. Okay, I think the innocent people will get killed one way or the other. Because this guy is like absolutely devastating. What's his offense like? Fence, minty fence. It's okay. It's not the worst thing, but it's not the best thing. Just go ahead, horse. I wonder if all the suspicious travelers get killed. Will it be okay?
Make your peace. Disappear.
Oh, nice. Did she like? Okay, she killed 2 people? No, it was Kadir. Okay. She shot this guy a few times, but okay. I think we'll go with this one. Castle to the primary. Yeah. How many of them there are? How many times does it bounce? You know what, let's do this. Good enough. I mean, it's not the worst thing. And you do this and well, I guess do that and move forward. Can we charge? No. Let's move forward and just use this thing. Oh, you. Right. What can I do with you? I don't think I can do much with you. But just move, probably just move closer. Since you're staggered. I'd like to find out who these travelers are. But I don't think I'll get the chance. You know what? Attack this guy. This Smilodons? Smilodons, yes. Are pretty damn dangerous.
I will resist.
Cool. Do we even want any of them to survive, really? I really don't think so. But we'll see.
Go for their hearts! The world in crimson!
Can we do that? Okay. We saved some suspicious travelers. Exhausted by their battle with the undead, the alleged cultists sit in a weary silence. Only one of them. Okay, they just survived by script. Only one of them dares to speak. He seems to be the de facto leader of the group. Mercy, we ask for mercy. His shoulders drop slightly, though he tries to appear confident, and he is in that moment you suddenly realize you've seen him before. In the vision you had in the caves of Gnabris, you saw how ancient Lariel and his ally were betrayed by their comrades. Oh, is the person who betrayed him? He was in the vision you had when you were in the caves near Gnabris. This tall half-elf was among those who betrayed Lariel and offered prayers to the monster that killed him. These past years have aged him, and he is no longer young. Yet, despite his grey hair and worn feature, his manners and bearing have not changed. You look at the fallen angel in your vision with the same mixture of boldness and uncertainty that you see before you now. Well, I don't think we can trust him. Who are you? State your names. Carter does not lower his weapon, and his gaze is stern and uneasy. I recognize him. The one who begs for mercy was among the traitors who lured the angel Lariel into the trap. The leader of the cultists turned pale at the sound of Lariel's name. His lips tremble, but he seems to have lost the ability to speak. What? Traitors and demon worshippers here. We shouldn't have helped them. We must finish what the undead started. Katir, stop! We can't kill those who beg humbly for mercy, or we'll be no better than the demons. When I look into their souls, I see grief, fear, and repentance, not evil. We must take them to the temple and heal them, then ask questions. Damn it, priestess! Are you out of your mind? You've just revealed our secret to total strangers. Eliandra speaks softly so that only you and Kater can hear. Aglar forgave me, and you, Kater, as well. You are a great warrior, but the best we have, but I cannot take your side in this. And if I went along with you, I would be ashamed to see my own reflection in the holy waters of Pelura. The priestess raises her voice. I am the high priestess of Pelura. Guards, I order you to take these people to the temple. And on the subject of secrets, Commander, you should talk to the prince yourself. I believe you too will see the truth of his heart, and the absence of evil in his soul. I don't know. I really don't think so. Seems to me kinda sus. Alright, betrayed you once, shame on me. I betrayed you twice, shame on you, or something like that. Or the other way around. So I don't know. I don't trust them. Frankly, I would have executed them on the spot, frankly. But speaking of which, I can take my paladin level, because I took a lawful choice, didn't I? Sure, Wald. Selective channeling? I don't think so. Armor focus on heavy armor might be good. Blind finding, combat casting, combat reflexes, additional attack. That's not necessary. What does this do? When you damage an opponent with power attack, you may make an immediate persuasion intimidate checks as a free action to attempt to demoralize your opponent. We mostly attack with my power attack, so that will be actually pretty good. You're training. You receive +4 significant bonus to attack rolls made to confirm critical hit. That might actually be pretty good. Considering we have pretty wide range of our critical. Let's go with that. My critical is 17 to 20. That's like a little above 20%, right? Like 15% of the time we get a critical.
Oh,
That's pretty damn good. And if we automatically confirm the critical, that will be awesome. Plus after that we can actually pick things, right? What do we need to do exactly? Hand over the newcomers turned out to be one of the traitors. 17 years. What can he tell us? Where is he, by the way? Before we go to him, though, I think we should go to here. Because now we have all 21 daggers. I'm pretty sure traitors are somewhere in here, right? Because the Hand of the Inheritor is here. No, he's not. I'm sorry for persuading you like this, but I had no choice. What was that? While Leandra and Kateira are arguing about what to do with the prison, Commander should talk to this person. Okay, we'll do that, but first let's give this guy all his daggers. Hand of the chieftain daggers. The corrupted chieftains have found peace. Here are their daggers. Yeah, we lost all the daggers. Thank you. Now that their bodies have been spared from the curse of the undead, we can pray for the well-being of their souls. I'll prepare the ceremony to honor our chieftains after we fulfill the request made by you and the Hand of the Inheritor. Of course, for now, please accept this gift in sign of my gratitude. All dagger +3. I mean, it's good, but it's nothing really special. Frankly, I mean, holy damage is good, right? But Plus 2d6 damage of against evil creatures is pretty damn good, but I don't really think that's all that useful for me right now. Because I don't really have people with bonuses to dagger use. And like a lot of usefulness comes from all the bonuses to certain weapon usage, right? Do I need to talk to one of them? To talk to... Because I don't see any places for cells or anything like that. Might be here, but... Let's go and see what we can see here. Because this seems like the only place where the cell could be. For the prisoners. Yeah, there are a couple of guards here. Cult leader. Well, just take a save here. The cultist looks up at you, his face worn and haggard. Temple of Pelura, how strange. I didn't think I think it had survived. Tell me who you are and what part you played in the death of the angel Lariel. My name is... Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't want to reveal my name, the name of my clan, and bring shame upon it. And my own name means nothing. I'm Sarkorian by birth, but I came to Medivh with the refugees when I was a child. I grew up in an orphanage at the Eomedeus Temple, and when I was old enough I joined Crusaders there. I was a good scout, inquisitive, daring, and not afraid to go into the most dangerous places. At least that's what my commanding officer thought. In truth though, I've just always had been drawn to the forbidden and dangerous. When an angel came to my commanding officer and asked for a few people to accompany him on a dangerous mission, they chose me. The angel wanted to find the outcasts, those first crusaders who either succumbed to the demonic corruption or accidentally infected. These outcasts then gave birth to mutated children. According to the rumors, they sought refuge in the caves beneath Canabras, away from the judging eyes and pyres. I was sent there to look for the traces of their presence, and those caves are deadly. An immense labyrinth of passages, running deeper and deeper, all the way down to the Darklands. Darklands is where the Dark Elves live, right? Well, it's this way in D&D, right? Where the Underdark, but Darklands are an immense series of of cavern passages on the surface of the land, where an entrance to the Darklands can be found throughout the waters and common trails. Like in Pathfinder, originally, right, the dwarves drove the orcs from the underground when they were trying to get out during the Earth that calamity. What is it? Earthshake? Earth crumble? Something like that. The one that the storyteller was talking about, right? So the dwarves were beneath like orcs, and they drove them out to the surface, and then they got out of themselves. So that's Darklands are beneath the surface is what it is. And after hearing of the angel and his plan to descend into the place, someone decided to make it his grave. I probably have no right to ask forgiveness for what I have done, but I was very young, and I never liked being a crusader. Rising early in the morning, training and marching in formation, I had been forced to do that my whole life. In the orphanage I grew up, all the children were made to march like little soldiers as soon as they could walk. But he promised something different, something new. He said we shouldn't be afraid of demons. Sure, Norman and prigs claimed that the demons were murderous and dangerous, but that wasn't true. Demons were actually strong and free, and they were ready to share their power and freedom with any who would join him, and I believed him. I often thought about how Ariel Verlash, an ordinary Sarkorian just like me, ascended to incredible heights after she chose to serve Deskari. If it worked for her, I thought, why not me? So I agreed to betray the angel. I lied to him, told him I'd found the outcast he was looking for, and lured him into the trap. Did you feel remorse for your actions? Yes and no. There is such a fine line between remorse and disillusionment. The cultist shakes his head wearily. He gave me power, just as he promised. I spent years in the cult of Deskari, enjoyed that power, and basking in the adoration of the weak. And yet, well, I saw so many crusaders who fought with honor until the very end. When I looked into their eyes, I remembered the proud noble spirit of the angel that I had betrayed. I missed camaraderie, sincerity. 70 years is a long time, even for a half-elf. Yeah, I believe half-elves live a little bit longer than humans, but not by much, because they're like half-elves, not actual proper elves. And I see many things different now than I did when I was young. Who is this he you keep talking about? The cultist shudders slightly and whispers. He is the echo of the Deskari. He is an avatar of the great demon lord, his archpriest. Is it archpriest or archpriest? I think archpriest, right? Well, we were told about it. Long before the world opened, the demon lord Deskari knew the weakness in his fabric of the material plane in Sarkoris. In a gambit lasting generation, the lord of the Locust host established multiple cults throughout the Avestan, culminating in the transformation of the mightiest of his priests into the echo of Deskari, an avatar who could bring Deskari to Sarkoris and tear a hole in reality through the rasping rifts. Only God Arden's direct intervention to follow the scheme. Arden drove the echo of Deskari and his armies into the Lake of Mist and Vale in 4433. Since then, the echo has relentlessly haunted humanity and Arden's followers in particular. Okay. He's an avatar of Great Demon Lord, his archpriest. He once led the fight against the god Araden, but was defeated. He has never forgotten or forgiven those responsible for his humiliation. So, was the person who attacked Kadambras the echo of Deskari, or actual Deskari? I wonder. The cultist hangs his head, and he knows you are here. He was the one who guided us to this place. He brought us to the wasteland and told us to move forward in search of an unknown. I know that the Herald of the Lightbringer is here, with you somewhere. Warn him that the echo knows he is here. That is all I can do for you. Oof, sorry about touching the microphone there. The hand of the inheritor there fucked up, didn't he? Yes, he did. Majorly. He was tracked here. And probably me too. Considering my wound was placed in me by a real Varage, like, you know, the person who opened the fucking rift. Frankly, you know, demons probably should win. Like, such a stupid things that these crusaders do. You hear a distant sound of conversation. Leandra and Katair appear to be having an intense discussion. Their voices are not raised, but you can feel the tension between them, like a gathering storm that could break at any moment. I have already apologized for using my powers as a high priestess to pressure you, like I did, but I had to intervene. It would have brought harm to those poor, miserable people. I can read the soul of the others, and when I looked at them, I saw no evil, only fear and grief. There are spells that can cover rightly A, your alignment, and B, whether you're lying or not. That's definitely a thing. So, you know, for a priestess who lived over 100 years, that's very naive. Katir, enough, priestess. I don't mind you giving me a tongue lashing. You can scold me as much as you want. I won't be offended, but don't expect me to forget about my duty. I'm responsible for the safety of this temple, and that safety is threatened by those cultists. We need to interrogate them, and if necessary, torture them, until they reveal the truth of how they came to be here. Was it by chance, or was it by choice? And if the former, letting them go is out of the question. They may not have any evil intentions, but still cannot be trusted. If they prove their innocence, they will remain here as prisoners. My richest friends, your words are an endless circle. You have gone round and round, but you're no closer to making a decision. I think, like, Nafargan Katir is right. We cannot trust the sincerity of the cultists. We may get the truth of them by whatever means necessary. I mean, torturing bad, but seriously, in this situation where everything is like. But at the same time, I've learned some important information. The leader of the cultists served the Echo of Deskari, and that monster knows the hand of the inheritor is hidden at the temple. Echo of the Deskari? The herald sounds strangely subdued, and his voice is grim. This is the enemy I know. The Echo is a terrible monster, and is a formidable foe. You are his equal. He is an avatar of the Deskari, alike in form but possessing an independent consciousness and unrelating malice. Is he responsible for Lariel's death? No, don't bother with the reply. I already know the answer. You see, Eliandra? We've let a serpent inside our house, a servant of the demonic beast. Let me interrogate him, along with the others. They showed up outside our walls at the exact same time the Herald and the Knight Commander. I do not believe I don't believe they are here by accident. Enough, Katir. I forbid you from conducting an interrogation, not just for the sake of those poor people, but for your own sake as well. Your soul is pure and devoted to duty, but every time you justify bad behavior for a good cause, you take a step toward evil. I guess that is a bit true. Priestess. Priestesses and sermons and priestesses. Since we seem to be playing compliments now, I'll give you some of my own. I know that you're practically a saint, Eliandra. We all believe in the importance of this mission, but it is not just the will of Pelur that keeps us here. It is also you. Your leadership inspires us, but sometimes holiness is not enough. Sometimes someone just has to get their hands dirty and do what needs to be done. That is actually a tough decision, right? I think the lawful decision here might be actually the better one. Kateri is probably right. Like, they need to interrogate the prisoners. Because that's the matter of life and death, actually. You know? So we'll go side with Kateri. Cannot trust this the sincerity of the cultists. We might get the truth from them by whatever means necessary. I mean, torture would probably not be the best option, because they will tell you whatever we want to know, but at the same time, cross checking it or something, you know, yes, let's go with it. Eliandra buries her face in her hands. Interrogations and torture is in the holy shrine of Pelura. I cannot bear it. She walks away without lifting her head. You know, but there really isn't much of an option here. Discord among allies. Such a thing weighs on me heavily. We need to know what they know, actually. For sure, right? Or they just accidentally here, or what happened here? Pull our false god. Somebody help! It's the cultist, the one who didn't want to give his name. He started shaking, whispering something, and then this haze surrounded him. All the guards around him lost consciousness, and he got up and started walking toward the temple entrance, like he was leaving. We don't know what to do. We need to go there at once. Make haste. I knew we shouldn't have allowed them in the temple. Let's go, hurry. Yeah, that probably was a mistake. Like, there is this super secret temple that we really shouldn't,
Tread lightly.
you know, let people know about. Let's just get them inside the temple. Why shouldn't we, right? Procedures really shouldn't be like alive at this point.
Rules are
Before
made
doing
to be
anything.
broken. Adayana.
Where? Do we go right over to there? That is kind of dumb that they just decided to, like, it should be evacuated. Yeah, he's summoning. The Cal has summoned someone here. Must prepare to fight. Whoever responsible for responded to his call. Spare my companions. They didn't do anything. They believe we were looking for the shelter in Dresden. I deceived them too, and now I will die. Become the worm in the abyss. I deserve nothing more. Echo of Deskari. You recognize the monster that towers over the cultist, blood-soaked body. He doesn't look like as big as Deskari, frankly. You've seen this beast before. It appeared in the vision you had about the death of Lariel, when you were in the caves beneath Canabris. The monster looks like Deskari, a hideous cross between human and locust. It sways on thin legs as its head turns from side to side. However, it does not seem to be frightened or aggressive. On the contrary, it seems strangely calm, as if completely unaffected by the current surroundings.
In anticipation of your questions, I will provide you with some answers. Yes, you have fallen into my trap. Even you fell for it, hand of the upstart. It has been many years since I caught your angel in the caves beneath Canabras and allowed him to leave his flaming sword in the stone. He promised that sooner or later, someone would remove it, and I decided to believe him. I kept a watch on the sword.
So they tracked me, not the hand of the inheritor. Still, it's his fault, really.
I have watched and waited all these years. Waited for the promise to come true, for the sword's new owner to bring me to you, to take me to the secret temple. You protected it well. In fact, the temple is still hidden from my sight, but I do not need to see the temple in order to destroy it. I simply need to know where it is.
Echo Deskari, I presume?
Knight Commander. That is how one ought to address you, yes. I've been watching you for a long time, and I already know how, when, and where I'm going to kill you. Mortal children like to tear the wings off of flies and butterflies, and I in turn like to have my fun with the inheritor's pets.
Silence, Echo! You fiend! Do you think I do not see your secret desire? Erodin overthrew you. He brought his hand down upon you and crushed you like a gnat. Since that day, you have nursed your resentment and jealousy, letting them fester within you. You are too much of a coward for honest combat. You prefer to ambush your prey, striking from the shadows. I will put an end to this. I will put an end to you. And you will take the secret of Pelura's fall with you to your grave.
There is so much you do not see, Herald.
Suddenly, the Echo stops short. His head twitches from side to side, then falls forward onto his chest. His hands hang down limply like a doll. Time seems to slow as he stands there, unmoving. The air grows thick and heavy. Then the Echo raises his head, turning it from side to side as if assessing his surroundings. As you look into his blinking eyes, you realize it's no longer the Echo who stares back at you, but someone entirely different.
Let's see. The stench of the upper planes and the abyss. Colorful flashes. Magic that deflects the gaze and obscures the vision. It must be Pelura, the mistress of bright lights, who has tried to hide her temple in my domain. How could you let such a thing happen, Iomade, the imposter? Don't you feel sorry for your angelic allies? You should have just ordered them to serve their priest up on a platter to me. The end result would be the same.
The Herald knuckles are wide as he grips the hilt of his sword. However, the angel remains silent. Demon Lord, have you recovered from the defeats I dealt you in Canabris and Drazen?
Champion, prepare yourself!
So my Echo has found the Temple of Pelura. I wouldn't call it an achievement, but it's not bad for a magnet molded from the souls and bodies of mortals. What else? Gold, light, a sweet smell. It all seems suspiciously like heaven. Well then, Iomade the imposter, whom have you sent? Could it be your herald? And your new pet from Canabris? Or have I already killed that one? I lose track of such things. There are so many of them fussing about with their halos and wings, babbling their long, arduous prayers to some self-proclaimed goddess. Will you ever get tired of sending your favorites to the slaughter? Nothing to say, imposter? One day I will knock on the doors of heaven and you will have to answer. So remain silent for now and observe. Today there will be no bloodshed. I will send the Echo back to the abyss right now.
You feel strange, oppressive presence suddenly disappear. The Echo remains still, frozen, as if in trance.
Quick, let's kill him before he comes to his senses!
Your main flaw is predictability, pawns of heaven. I already know your next move, your methods, your plans of defense. I know how to catch you off guard. And it's as simple as catching a bird in a cage. I will return to the Abyss, as my lord has ordered. But I am not retreating in defeat. I am carrying off my prey. The screams of your zealous guard will haunt your every waking moment, and thoughts of him will taunt you in the silence of the night. He will be my entertainment until you are within my grasp.
He's taking Keter, huh? Damn the demons, and all the cunning guile. The Echo escaped with the prisoner, and I could do nothing to stop it. I was only able to protect you. The Echo of Deskari doesn't want to face me in a fair fight, so he attacks my friends and allies. Kateri has been taken. You took Kateri's side to pay. Yeah, by the Echo of Deskari. He was a wall of protection of Pellure's fall. Now the wall has fallen. Why is he pursuing you? My Lady Omida inherited the throne of heaven from Aradan, the same Aradan who overthrew the Echo and stopped the Deskari last attempt to break through to Galarian. This is why the Echo hates anything and anyone associated with Aradan legacy. And of course, the legacy includes Iomidine and her herald. I just happen to be the first in line. Deskari himself spoke to us. I wouldn't say he spoke to us. He was addressing my celestial lady Iomidine. He must have thought she was watching us. This demon lord never wastes his time communicating with mortals, or even with celestials. He barely notices us, or at least pretends not to. Why didn't Echo fight? That is not easy to explain without delving more deeply into the nature of demons, and more specifically the Echo of Deskari. The head of the Heritage speaks slowly, as if he's reluctant to continue. Demons are created by the Abyss to have a single purpose. They are made to destroy, desecrate, and torture. But the Echo of Deskari is not a real demon. His monstrous creator used his own power and the souls of his mortal followers to make the Echo into what he is today. He was not born in the Abyss, but in Galarian, and Deskari wanted to use him to open the way into the world. I have faced this monster before and have defeated it in a battle many times, but his soul is infinitely vile and filled with pride. Pride that has been wounded. The Echo suffered a terrible defeat at the hands of Aradan and was exiled into the Abyss, vanquished and disgraced. Then his pride took another blow when a simple human, which I really overlash, succeeded when he failed. She opened a way for the demonic hordes to enter the mortal world. So if you wish to understand the Echo, you must understand that he is wounded and angry, eager to have revenge for all his grievances and defeats. And that is why it's not enough for him to simply kill his enemies. Even he can easily overpower them. He wants those who stand against him to suffer and thrash in helpless rage, just as he did. That's why he chose not to fight, and why he did not bring a horde of demons with him, even though he has them at his command. No, he wants sadness and terror to prison our souls. He wants our hearts to be heavy with grief when he thinks about when we think about the ally he has stolen from us. The Echo wants our minds to be filled with the horrors and tortures of the abyss. So that when we sleep, the scream of pain and prayers for help become the nightmares that we wake us from slumber. Katair, my faithful guard, how can I keep myself from thinking about what you will have to do to go through imprisoned by that monster? And I cannot help you. The care of our community and the temple now falls to me alone. Now that the demons know the temple existence, the temple inhabitants must be brought to Dresden. If the community wishes me to lead them to the safe place, I will do so. However, I will stay here. Our mission is not yet complete. We've given our over 100 years, a whole lifetime for the chance to heal the world wound. We cannot give up now, and I think the others will make the same decision. Besides, even if the demon know the exact location of the temple, Pelura's patronage still shields our sanctuary from their eyes. We'll stand our ground, and I have faith. What can we do to save the Echo's victim? When he went to the abyss, to the rasping rifts, the dominion of his lord, even if our hearts will wish it, we cannot simply rush after him. Incursions into the abyss are 100 times more dangerous than anything you've faced before, champion. So dangerous, I would not risk sending you there unless it was absolutely necessary. I will return to Dresden, and then I will send a message to heaven. If I turn to the sources of wisdom, perhaps I will find something that will help. We must not lose hope, no matter how dire things may seem. And I would ask you, mighty champion, to look for Targona the Angel. She is light that must, shining among the ranks of the Crusaders once more. One day we'll finally give the Echo of Deskari what he deserves. Then we'll save everyone he has ever threatened. But now, it's time for us to return to Dresden, champion, and prepare for war. So, hopefully it wasn't the end of the chapter or not, because that would be bad. That means I would have to reload all the way from the start of where I went with the angel here. But I don't think so, because like it gave me the option right when I returned to the city. All right. But then I found the trail of the angel. Okay. Yeah, I didn't. Can I go to the world map from here? It looks like not. Okay, it's fine, I guess. Anyways, guys, I will make a cut here and we'll continue in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and goodbye.